going on, everyone? Out here yanking this carburetor off because we got an issue. My front nozzles are just dumping fuel in it. Even more so when you rev it up. Just got done resetting fuel pressure, resetting floats, the idle screws, like doing everything we can do to kind of diagnostic. But I even pulled the needle and seat out, cleaned it out, put it back in. Like I thought some trash was in there. I think something's going on with this float. Like it's not able to drop back down because it's just dumping so much fuel. So I'm getting ready to pull that off. My buddy Caleb came over last weekend. We pulled that left front off, or the right front off. And then we got the rear end about back together. We got the new plate on there. I just retapped all the thread holes. These bolts were much longer, and I'm assuming, than what was in it because those short bolts just kind of pulled out the first thread or two. So this will be probably a lot better. I opted to do retapping it because these helicals I got right there, you only have like 1/4 inch of threads for a like 1 inch long bolt. So I was actually able to clean up about 1 inch of threads into the rear end. So I think this is a better workout plan. Now I got to get all this gear oil and dirt off this rear end and clean everything up. I just didn't want to do it with that bearing exposed and spraying stuff and all that. All right, we're back in the shop. Today was a pretty big parts delivery. There's just a little bit of it. With getting new wheels, they're black. So let me see if I can get this out while recording. Probably not. Oh, we did. So we got the Bassett inertias. These are, quote, the lightest wheel you can get. They spool up 5% quicker. I don't know. The inertias are where all the fast guys are running in UMP world. So this is a right front because it's got the tabs welded in it. Went with black because the way we've been going through wheels and tires and everything, I ain't got chrome wheel money to spend on this thing. Them chrome wheels, that's for them big money teams. I just ain't got it. I mean, we're April and I'm tapped out on funds. So we're going to black wheels because they're probably $50 cheaper or more per wheel. And across 4 wheels, that's $200. So that's why we went with black. But let's see how these look. It's got it next to the body there. I don't think it'd be too terrible. Now, I do love the traditional D-hole, which is what these are. I think that just looks like a modified to me. These inertias, I don't love the way they look, but if they perform better, I mean, am I going to realize if they perform better in the seat? Probably not. But I like the D-holes, especially guys with the black D-holes. They do like tape on all the bars and everything. I don't know, we might sit here with a paint pen and do maybe some fluorescent orange or white or something. Make them pop a little bit different. And over here's the other little bit of it. Getting ready to do some welding on this ProTech RC pit mat. I'm just tired of doing stuff on the ground and I need a good workspace. So with this, we're putting in the Weir's bushings. These are pretty simple how they operate. Okay, take them apart, slip them through. You gotta take a grease zerk. Make sure you clock your grease zerk. I like mine at the 6 o'clock position. It's 12 because it's upside down. Just so the grease fitting is easy to access. Just a steel pin through some plastic bushings that you can swap out. And yeah, very simple design. Better than a rubber bushing because a rubber bushing adds spring preload rate because the rubber doesn't want to twist the way these control arms move. So I'm gonna slip these through, tack weld them. I just tack them in the event I want to, grind the weld off and beat them out and replace them, or use them for a new arm. Well, we got this one finished up. Got the paint drying. for the shock mount. You know, touched up where we welded the ball joint in, and had to clean up the weld penetrate too much on those bushings, so they're drying. So we'll let this dry overnight. We'll put it on tomorrow morning. Build up that new spindle, put it together. I got some paint for this rotor. I want to paint just the cap so it's not all corroded mess. Put an old dust cap on it, mask off where the braking surface is. I got to clean these up anyways, put new pads on it. I mean, they ain't worn. I don't feel any ridges or nothing like that. So, yeah, we're gonna clean these up, paint that. Got to replace the tie rod. This got bent. I'm wondering if the center link got as well. You can tell that ain't exactly straight. So, yeah, we're replacing that. Got a new upper and new ball joint going in there. So, we'll get it all done tomorrow. I started racing here in the Florida Panhandle. I was not expecting the extra maintenance that probably the rest of the country ain't got to deal with. Y'all should have seen the amount of sand in one race that gets around this ball joint, gets in here, and it can just sand away at a ball joint stud. I mean, this is one race old. You can kind of see, it's kind of hard to pick it up on camera, but it's definitely polished, sanded down this ball a little bit, especially right around the top. But again, that's what we got to deal with. Everyone races on the same surface. It's just, you got to keep up on your maintenance. Show me your gloves. It's the funniest thing. Him watching me get in the car at race day to now, he wants to put my mechanics gloves on every time he gets in the car. And he also wants me to put, yep, I'll put this up. We put this up. He doesn't want to be in the car without this up. Window net. Daddy do it one-handed. And then we play this game. We shove our hands through it, and I get him. Yeah. But working on getting this nose finished up, doing the valance, cutting this middle piece. I gotta take about a quarter more inch off. Roam. And we can do some final rivets and get it all tacked up, bolted together, squeezed together. I gotta make that filler panel there. And we'll be done with the nose. I hate building these dang things, I'll tell you what. Well, today is Wednesday, April 30th. We've been battling some sickness in this house. I am sick as all get out. Just like, not wanting to say it, but COVID-19 symptoms. So I don't know. I'm out here working though, just getting some small stuff done, but I don't feel like it whatsoever. But today, look at this, we got some paint in. Yeah, we did some touching up with this paint, specifically on that cross member right there. Look, you can't even tell. It is money. And then right over here where we had some rubbing, I mean, it looks spot on. I even did this frame rail a little bit. Matches the powder coat perfect. So I'm real happy that I found a paint can that can do some touch-ups on this car to keep it looking nice and prevent corrosion and stuff like that. If I gotta do some welding, some chop cut, re-weld or whatever, I can paint it so it looks like it came from Beak Built. Other than making a mess, we've been working on this nose, making a nose. Gotta do this filler panel here and it'll be done. But I need to mount this bumper first because it's gonna kind of pinch it a little bit together because this section, it ain't mounted together yet. I need it pinched and squeezed because I've got a little bit of pinch on this side. That side's kind of on the frame rail. And then we can mount this panel down a little bit more secure and really figure out the cross section for this panel that's supposed to go here. So we got this bumper. I mean, it ain't bad. It's just bent up a little bit. We're gonna keep that as a good spare, but it's hard to build a new nose on the car knowing I got a new bumper sitting right here. These are from Day Motorsports. I want to say they're about 80 bucks, and I can't go buy the tubing, notch it, and bend it myself for 80 bucks. It cost me more gas money going to Pensacola to buy a stick of tubing for 100 bucks. I mean, I can't beat that, you know. And they're spot on with their measurements. They are slotted on the ends, so you can kind of adjust where exactly they sit. There's a slot cut in it right there, right there. Pretty universal. I want to say they're like 41 1/4 or 3/4 or something like that across. It's for a Chevelle. It's not. They also make metric bumpers, but like I said, 80 bucks from Day Motorsports, and they come in here to Florida in about a day or two from standard shipping. And shipping, believe it or not, so I think it's 20 bucks. So I don't know. I don't think that's bad of a deal. I am gonna paint this one. Every time I paint a bumper, I bend it up, but I'm just gonna paint it. I mean, I've got the paint. Just gonna do black. I ain't gonna do that purple or anything. Just make it look nice for a race, you know? Make it presentable. I mean, also, look at them welds. I couldn't do that. Well, on second thought, I need to go to Track Supply to get some new bolts. I ran out of them. I went through like 8 of these through the Clash. So I'm just gonna paint it, let it dry overnight, and then I'll do this tomorrow. How does it make y'all feel knowing that I'm sick as shit and I'm still out here getting shit done on the race car? Y'all are sitting there, probably on the pooper, or laying next to your wife, not working on your race car. Don't let me outwork you. Get off your ass. Leave this video. I don't care about Google Analytics. Go work on your race car. It'll make you feel better. Those of you that stayed, I appreciate it. I don't know where I left off last night. I made that little panel. The bumper's painted. But like I said, every time I paint one of these, we wad it up first race. So that's why we got a good used spare sitting there. But I think this black bumper will tie in these new black wheels. Why doesn't Stanley make a 7/16 drill bit? Hang on, I think I bought one. Yeah. I remember I bought this during the Clash. That's what added my $3,000 bill for the race. 7/16 DeWalt drill bit. I freaking hate drilling holes and mounting noses. Like, next year we're gonna go to a more, don't know if I'm in frame. We're gonna go to a more common color so I can get the plastic MD3 nose and then just do my hacking to it and make it how I want. But golly, I think it's the new COVID running around or something. This has got me down and out. I can't freaking breathe. Oh, I need my safety glasses. By the way, today I put a cold air intake on my truck. I got a Roush intake on there. It's now a race truck. I'll show y'all some of that in this video. Really, I put it on there for fuel mileage because now I got it paid off. I wanted to do some stuff to it. But now it sounds kind of like a truck. It don't sound like a quiet Prius anymore, so I don't think that fuel mileage is gonna come into play. Will it reach? Hell yeah, it will. Oh, for fruit snacks. My drill won't fit in there. I don't want to eyeball it, but we're going to eyeball it. Let's see, so that's in line with it that way. Okay, now let's get in line with it this way. Oh, that's not close. Yeah, we'll see. I'm freaking too good. Look at that. Boom. Eyeballing it. You look at it from the up. You look at it from the side. Look at that. God almighty. Now a little final touch. Y'all gotta get you one of these. This is a cobalt. This is a deburring tool. Oh, I got some metal in there. Let's clean that up a bit. Good. Good. What's the salt cracker say? That money, dude. That's what he says. Well, I'm fixing to do something kind of dumb. We're gonna widen this bumper out a little bit. I don't recommend y'all doing this at home. I want to see if this will work. Now, what do they say? Safety second. Oh my goodness. I need to maybe do something like this. Ooh, that was sketchy, fellas. Oh, I messed up the paint job. Maybe that just gave us just what we needed. We needed like a quarter-inch spread on it. I don't know, let's go see if it fits without scratching the crap out of the sheet metal. Look at that scratch I put in there. Oh man, I am out of breath putting this thing on. But it's on there. We're gonna throw some rivets in through here. We gotta chop this down just about a 1/16, maybe a quarter. Let it fit in there better, so we can slip under that lip. Well, nose is done, bumper's on. Just gotta do a couple more rivets in this center section here. Other than that, it's done. So yeah, all that's left is just regular race day prep. Gotta go through setup since I put all the new front suspension parts on. And make sure caster camber toe, bump steer, all that's fine with the right front and everything. And kind of analyze the rear end, especially putting a new J-bar on and pinion plate and chassis mount. Got to make sure all that's squared away. So I got to go through nose to tail of this thing, make sure everything's spot on where I want it, where our baseline is. So that being said, we're probably not racing this weekend. Tri-County and Southern Raceway are racing. Southern Raceway being the only section track. So I'm not really pressed to make it this weekend. But the following weekend, we should be at Northwest Florida Speedway. Then the weekend after that, we'll be back at Deep South. So I appreciate y'all watching. I have no idea how long this video was. But if you made it through this far, I appreciate it. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see y'all in the next video.